Okay, Hustler. So last week we did a video where we talked about me wanting to increase my revenue for the year 2022. And we kind of touched on the fact that in order for that to happen, I'm going to have to do something different. And I decided the way to do it was to use the software, the sourcing software, Tactical Arbitrage, pick some brands that I think could really bring me some better revenue, because you have to understand, you have to have a system. Now, the way my system works, the foundation is your replenishables. If you could get like 10 to 15, maybe even 20 replenishables, those are products you're just sending it over and over. And that's your foundation. You don't have to worry about that, okay? Because what you don't want to do, even though we're using the arbitrage business model, we don't want to have our business solely dependent on constantly sourcing. That is just resource intense, as far as your time, as far as your energy, your effort. So the way I do it is I build that solid foundation, but that's not enough. That's not enough. Every now and then, it's like baseball. You got to hit your home runs. You got to hit the grand slams. Okay. And in order to do that, now that I have my replenishable base, I want to start hitting some of those home runs. And we picked three brands that I talked about: Milwaukee Tools, what else? Cuisinart, and also Crocs shoes. So we showed last week. Watch that video. We'll put a link in the description. If you didn't see how I used the software Tactical Arbitrage to set up the search, we set up the search and we talked about what the thought process was behind that. Now what we're going to do today, we're going to go over those results. So this is a continuance. We're actually making a series out of this. So depending on when you're watching this is a whole series. And it takes you from point A to finally actually selling or not selling the products. You know, I'm transparent. If it doesn't sell, oh well, we got to talk about it because this is life. So let's get into it. We're going to show the search results and how we look at those, because in the end, guys, you know, it's all about your skill at evaluating products. You're going to learn my way. Let's get into it right now. This is what to sell on Amazon. I'm Horace. Let's go. Okay, working class hustlers of America and all across the globe. My name is Horace, also known as La Machine, the old man, and this is what to sell on Amazon. On this channel, we talk all things selling on Amazon using the arbitrage business model. So if you're interested in that, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any of the content that we produce each and every week for your benefit. So let's get right into it, guys. We're gonna go right into my tactical arbitrage software, and we're gonna look at these results. All right, let the old man get his glasses on because I can't see. Now, let's get on in. Watch this. Okay, so what we're looking at now is the dashboard inside of Tactical Arbitrage. And we have videos that show all this, so we're not going to waste your time on that. But if you want to get into that, there'll be a link in the description. We have a full series, plus we have the lightning courses that can get you going real quick. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to notice just real quick, you see how my reverse search, you see this blue line? Eventually I need to go out there and I need to delete some of these because you can only have so many, and you need to delete some of that old stuff so that you're not constantly going through it anyway. But watch what happens here. We're gonna go to the search manager, and when you click on that, that's going to take you in. Now we're on the completed tab because the searches that we did on those three brands, we did reverse searches on those brands. And again, in the last video, we talked about that. So you can see how we set that up. But you'll notice I have, instead of product search, instead of all, I have reverse search. That's what I'm on because that's all I'm interested in. And real quick, I have it from finished last. So you can sort it how you want to sort it. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm scrolling down and watch what I'm looking at. See, this was a kitchen and dining reverse search, kitchen and dining. I do a lot with kitchen and dining. This was a reverse search on somebody else's store, I think. And watch what happens. So here's Cuisinart. So if you did a reverse search and you did the keyword searches, which is what we did, this is how you can find it real quick. Now you're looking at 300 products. So when you go to view the data, make sure that it's showing 300 over whatever. Now, mine isn't going to show 300 right now because I filtered out some stores. Let me show you what I mean here. Okay, I'm going to ignore this, but watch what happens. I'm going to go view data, and then I'm going to reset the filters. And when that happens, then you go 4,700, 291 over 47,291. That's not right. That's not right. So go back. After you reset the filters, go back. You should be looking at 300. Then when you hit it again, now you're 300 over 47,291. See, these are some of the little things that throw people off. And it's like, what is going on? There's little quirks and idiosyncrasies with this software. You just got to learn it. But here's the bottom line. The bottom line is this. This is 6 pages worth of data. I really didn't want all 6 pages. Now, you'll notice we talked about filtering the filters here recently, because you set up filters, but then once you're looking at the results, you can actually filter those results so that you only see what you want. Now, watch what happened. What I did was, if you'll notice, here is only 75 over 47,291. Why? Because you see this magnifying glass? If it's green, that means a filter has been set. What did I set? Watch this. I got Bed Bath & Beyond because I am a Beyond member. That means I get an extra 20% off for being a Beyond member with Bed Bath & Beyond. If you're going to source a particular store, then it's worth your while to sign up for their programs and their rewards and all this junk. Boscov's I also have selected because I just like them. Home Depot, because I don't pay sales tax. I have my reseller certificate with Home Depot. You shouldn't have to do that. I should have put Lowe's down as well because of that reason, but I didn't. But I put Kohl's because I earn Kohl's cash. You know, you have to think about which stores are going to be the best for you. And so how do I look? Once we're looking at the results, I'm just sort of scanning, and you're going to get better at this yourself. But you notice I have estimated monthly sales, gross profit, and gross return on investment nearby. Now you can set these columns up. You can move these columns around however you want. Okay. I like to have my images side by side. That way, at a glance, I can see, is this really the same product? At a glance, is the ROI enough for me? At a glance, what about gross profit and estimated monthly sales? So I'm just scrolling down and I'm looking. Okay. See, I can see this is not a match. At least doesn't look like. Maybe it is, but I decided not to go with that one. You know what? Let's take a look just in case. Now, another thing, as soon as I click on it from the sourcing site, I'm looking at the price. Does it match? Okay, then the next thing, I'm going over to Amazon and I'm looking at the price. Does it match? Okay. I don't think this is the same because that handle looks a little different. Those are the types of things you got to look at. I could be wrong though. That could match. Let's see. Sometimes if they have additional pictures, that would help. See, this I think is different. This is a panini waffle. I don't know if you could do all that with this one. Maybe you can. Pancakes, steaks, hamburgers, panini, blah, 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 blah. You get better at looking at this kind of stuff as you go along. And you know what? The more I look at it, the more I think it is the right item. Okay. Let's take another look. See if we can find this image. And I think we got it. I think we got it, guys. So what would I look at this point? I'm looking at the rank. I'm going down to the keeper chart. I'm seeing a lot of velocity. Now this is a restricted brand, okay? But you know, if you were using, for example, you could use Tactical Forecaster. You could click on that, and if it highlights that ASIN in green, then you know you're good to go. If it's red, you just keep it moving. And sometimes a certain listing might have you restricted, and another listing might have you okay. So you could use that, and that's why I have the ASIN column within. I don't have to scroll over to see it. I want it right then and there. But you know what? This is actually looking pretty good. Now, what we want to do, go back. We want to look. I'm going to hover over because I want to see what the average is. The average 90 days. Look in that new column, and under average, it's 167 on average. I like that. Let's see. Yeah. Now watch what I do here, because so far this ain't looking bad. Watch what I do. I'll take and I'll save this. I'll hit the heart, and I'll come down to a folder that I just named for me, smiley face. And now you'll see that has been copied. Okay. And then I'll just scroll down, and you can see whenever you have something saved, now you'll see that little folder. And here's another product that I found. This one is at Kohl's. And like I said, I like Kohl's because I have cash back with, not Kohl's Cash is what they call it. So again, what are you doing? You're looking at the product to see if that price is right. Okay. $39.99. And again, this is going to be before shipping or anything like that. They have an adjusted price. When you use the software is looking at discounts like cash back, gift cards, and all of that. You may not take advantage of that. Okay. But then you want to look on Amazon and see what that price is. Look at that rank on that. That that is good. Look at that velocity. We're looking at the green line there. And again, we're going to hover over, and the average is 58.67. I think between the Kohl's Cash, we could work that. Okay. There may be, now you have to learn, if you're going to use Kohl's, you have to learn how to use it. Their site is a little weird. Let's see. So in my wallet, I've got $15. Well, that's going to come off of this. You see what I'm saying? That's an extra right away. That's an extra $15 in my pocket. Now, what does that mean? That means that could be a difference if anybody else is selling and I need to move this product because we want to keep the product moving. How do we do that? You know, sometimes we have to adjust our price, right? Look, here's an extra 20%. Now trying to use here's an extra 15%. You have to, look at these types of things. Okay. Now watch what happens. Let's just go ahead and stick the item in the cart. Let's say we decide to get 2 of them. Let's stick them in there. And I'm just showing you this because this is how it works. Okay. Now we're going to go to the cart. Looks like I got some other junk in there. I don't know what that is. Let's look at it real quick. Okay. We don't want this. Let's get rid of that. And don't forget about your cash back as well. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to make this work, guys. People are looking and they're going, how am I going to do this? How does this work? Okay. Now we got those 2 in our cart. Okay. You got $15 in Kohl's Cash and you got the 20%. So look at, okay. You're getting free shipping. I have to pay 6% sales tax because I'm in Pennsylvania, but I'm paying $27.55 per unit. we're going to be able to make some money on this, guys. Look at when we were looking at the product in TA or tactical arbitrage, we were looking at paying either $39.99 or with the discounts that the software figured, we were looking at $29.59. But in reality, we're going to pay $27.55. So at least a 50% return on investment. Now, that's not including what it's going to cost you to get it into the warehouse. We're going to get to that part as well, because the next video, we're going to show prepping the shipment. Because what I'm going to do is, when we're done with this video, I'm going to go ahead, make these purchases. So what's the next thing? Now watch. What we're going to do is, remember, we put all of our items in a folder called For Me, right? So let's go over to that For Me folder. And before we do that, remember, we did Cuisinart, we did a reverse search on Milwaukee, we did a reverse search on Croc. But when I went to those, I saved anything that I was interested in the For Me folder. Okay, now all you would need to do is go to the saved list. Okay, under view data, you would come to saved list, and then you would pick the right folder. And I already picked it. There's 111 items, and I'm on page 3 because I want the latest items that I added. So here you can see the Crocs from a site called 6pm.com. Crocs, 6pm.com. Okay, this is the Cuisinart deal we just did. This is the Milwaukee deal that we just did. Here's another Milwaukee. Okay. And we're missing something. We're missing that Panini deal. Let's refresh this and see, did it add that out there? Okay, back to page 3. And there it is. So let's take a look at what was I looking at with these Crocs. Now, right off the bat, I'm looking at an estimated 270. I love that. Okay. Now, these may still be in stock. They may not. But what are we looking at? They should be $29.99 and they should be buy boxing at $70.26. Now, you got to have the right size. Okay. This is 8 toddler. We'll come over. There's the $29.99. Nope. They got sizes 4 and 5 is all they got. So now you got to see, is the 4 and 5 toddler gonna work? So we got toddler. We got, let's see, 4. I see a suppressed buy box. That's always a good sign. That means the price is up. There you got it. Look at your prices on that. Okay. And they also had, what are we looking at? That's size 4. We're going to look at size 5. See, 5 ain't going to work. You see what I'm saying? You got 5 people selling this. Well, maybe it would. Let's see how many they got left. It looks like they only have 3 pair left. So if you wanted to, let's filter this by prime, by new. Yeah. And they're the only other prime. So, you know, I probably won't go with that size. But moving on. What about these? Here we go again. Same site. Should be 27.20. Should be buy boxing at 132.85. And we're looking at size 13 little kid. Now, I don't know if that's going to work. When you get into clothing, that's the kind of stuff you got to look at. Little kid, they got size 11 and 13. Now, we got to make sure the gender is right on that, okay? So what we got to do is we got to come over. Little kids. Let's say 13 little kid. I don't see the gender though. Let's see what happens with that. Does that change? I don't know. See, we may we may we may not go with that. Number one, this one has a white soul. Let's see. See how that changes? Those are the types of things you got to look at, guys. So that one we won't be able to get. So we can close this. We can close this. Okay, we got this already in the cart. Now, we wanted Milwaukee tools. This is a site called Zorro.com. We got to make sure it's the 8 meter, whatever, 26 feet. Should be selling from the source site for $15.49. Should be buy boxing around $41.57. What are we going to do? We're going to make sure our pricing is right. Okay, $15.49. Let's see what we got here. We said it should have been $41.57. Nope. Now, wait a minute. This is the UK store. Let's see what happens when we open this up. Okay. Yeah, we could still work with this. Yeah, they got 1,000, but look at where that's at. That's international, blah, 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 blah. You got to deal with, it's imports, customs. I mean, they take care of all that, but obviously you got people that don't want to wait. Okay. I don't know what the estimated wait time would be on that. So yeah, I would still go with that because I got room. And again, I'm just showing you how I think. I got room and I can still make money. All right. One more would be a pair of scissors. This is from Home Depot. I like Home Depot because I don't pay taxes there. Remember? Let's see, is it still available? Because it may be, it may not be. According to the site, $18.97. Should be $48.74. You got to double check because that could be for multiple pairs. Looks like it's just one pair. Okay. Again, this is from the global store. Yeah, we can work that. We can make some money with that. So here's what we'll do. I spent enough of your time today. We're already over 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and make the purchases. And now remember what we did was we showed in the first video of this series how we set up the search. This video talks about how we went through the search and selected products. The next video, we're going to unpack when we get the products. We're going to create the shipment. All right. Because we need to know how to get it. We're going FBA, right? We need to know how to get it to the Amazon warehouse. And then finally, we're going to see what sold. Did we make any money? What didn't sell? What did we do about it? All of that happens in this business, guys. All of that happens in this business. So what we want to do from here is take a look. I got a couple of videos out there for your benefit. Not only the lightning course, not only the series on tactical arbitrage. Remember, guys, the only thing the software does is put data in front of you. You've got to know how to interpret the data. So watch, we got 2 videos on my 7 steps to evaluating products to see if you can make a profit. Watch those, and then I'll see you in the next video where we unbox. Now that may take, depending on how long, but hopefully in a week we'll have everything. We'll see. If not, we'll have another video. We need to do some videos on the repricing software Aura, so you'll see some of those coming through. If you have questions, make sure you leave comments. Otherwise, you can connect with me. Text the words working class hustler to the number on your screen. Somebody just did it yesterday. It's not a big thing. I'll answer your questions. I don't charge anything for that. Okay. All right, guys. So, and there's other resources down there in the description for things that you might want be interested in if you want to invest in your education, whatever it may be. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. Also, before I forget, leave comments. You guys have experience and we need you in this community. We need you talking about how you use the software, what I could be doing better, tips, anything would be beneficial to our family. All right. So I'll see you guys in the next video.